These are the new makeup releases for July. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I'm going to chat to you about some new makeup releases that I found on Instagram again and tell you, like, will I be buying these? Is this something maybe I already purchased? Who knows? We're gonna get down and dirty in this one, and I usually have quite a bit to talk about, so let's just get stuck in. Okay, so I don't really remember where I left off last time. I think the last thing I mentioned was the Polly Pocket and C collection in the previous video. And I'm not really sure whether I talked about this, because sometimes when products are first launched, you only get the videos, and very often I want to save a picture. So I think I already discussed the Arch of Color eyeshadow palette from Bella Beauty Bar. Just in case I didn't do that, I'm mentioning it here really quickly. It's a really big eyeshadow palette. This is very much aligned with what they used to do previously. They used to do these bigger palettes. I tried Smoky Glam, but it was just a little bit too big for me, and this is all matte. And then they are launching all of the shimmers that go with it separately. And I'm like, just give me a palette with shimmers. I don't need a matte rainbow palette. I really, really don't. So that we're not gonna get. I'm not sure whether I mentioned this last time. Could be, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But Tarte has a new tinted serum out. I've tried some Tarte foundation, actually. This Rainforest of the Sea, I think the line was called, and that was a really good foundation. But I haven't really been that interested in Tarte in years, so this will be a skip. Again, I've got plenty of products, also skin tints, that I still need to use up. This is something that's really exciting to me. However, I had a look, because this is available on C Beauty Mall and Look Healthy store, but I do know that YESSTYLE stocks this brand as well. But there is a new drop from Dramo, and Dramo is a C Beauty brand I haven't tried yet. This is their Moon Wheel eyeshadow palette, and this looks stunning. It's on pre-order until the 15th of July, which is a bit of a shame because I will be traveling this summer, and that could mean that the package then arrives while I'm away, and then it's going to be stuck somewhere, and then you need to pick it up within a week. So if I get this, I'm going to have to order it after I come back, if it's then still available. But Dramo doesn't seem to be a brand where things aren't restocked, and I do hope that this palette comes to YESSTYLE because it makes it a little easier for me to get. So either I'm going to get it through C Beauty Mall. I've never shopped through there before. I'm currently waiting on my first order from them. I did see it on there already, but like I said, because it was on pre-order, I decided against getting it now. But this is, of course, my kind of color story, and Dramo is another one of those C Beauty brands that I would really, really want to try. So this is definitely on the wish list. Essence has some mini palettes. I think this is US only. It's available through Ulta. I haven't seen these being announced for Europe yet. It's these little 4-pans. This is so smart. They have this smoky version, they have this very neutrally version, they have a warm tone version, and there is a rosy version. Is this anything new? No. Has Essence done similar things in the past? Yes, but this is clever. I would really, really, really want these to come to Europe, but with Essence, you just never really know, because they tend to not always bring everything out at the same time, and they don't release everything in the same territories. I know, it's frustrating. I'm frustrated too, but this is at least available in the US now. Gucci has an eyeshadow palette out. This looks stunning packaging-wise, but it's very warm-toned and therefore not something that I'm going to get. I'm hoping that the Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette that was sort of teased, that's going to be a really good green tone color story. But with this, you essentially get one sort of brown with a green undertone, and everything else is like a warm tone neutral. So I'm like, passing up on that. Don't need any more, but the Gucci packaging is just too gorgeous with the floral patterns. It sucks me in every time. There's a new makeup release from Zoeva, and I very quickly had to go is this a new Merit shade extension or what? But no, this is from Zoeva, the German brand that I still rate really highly. In fact, I'm wearing one of their older eyeshadow palettes on my lids today because I still have those because I like them so much. And these look nice, but all 6 shades are really, really similar, which is a bit of a shame. However, there is one, but I don't know exactly which one, which is more like this nudie, moody, sort of grayish leaning mauve tone, it seems. Don't know which shade it exactly is. It comes in 6 shades. Would be interested in that. Zoeva, another one of those brands that I haven't shopped from in a while. Are they still for sale at Douglas in Germany? Does anybody know? I know they are no longer around here. They just sell the brushes now, I think, but the makeup is gone, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, that is beautiful. The Clairvoyant from Wicked Widow Beauty, I only have the picture of the packaging here, but I was able to have a look at this because this is dropping today on MONOLITH. MONOLITH has their drop today. I have affiliate code with them if you want to get 5% off of your order. If you want to get anything from the website, my code isn't valid today. It's going to be active again from Wednesday onwards, just so you know. But the Clairvoyant is a really, it looks like a really good like pastel color story. So I'm still undecided. Like, should I get this with my voucher that I have to pick some things out on the website, or should I get something else? I know I want to get the new Blend Bunny, Psycho, Sibyllin, whatever, that one. That one I want to get for sure, that I talked about in my previous new makeup releases. And then I can pick out one other thing. And this is definitely a contender. So I did put a little question mark up on my community tab. So you can either say it here in the comments down below or on that post. Like, what do you think I should get from the new MONOLITH drop? Because I don't know yet. I'm undecided. Beauty by Joseon has a new tinted mineral day screen. So it's like a sunscreen, but with a tint. Sounds okay. I haven't tried much Beauty of Joseon yet. I do have their SPF like lying about to try it. So I'm gonna test them out to see if I like them. So if I like that product, I may want to try more by the brand. But so far, I want to wait until I try the SPF to decide whether I want to get anything else. And then we move on to something that I did already purchase. This is by Odin's Eye. This is like the light and dark collection. And of course, the dark one I had to get. There is a 15 pan eyeshadow palette. One of them is called Luminous Shadows, which is the one with the oranges and the purples or the pinks. And then there's one called Mystic Gleam with the blues and the greens and the more neutrally tones. Guess which one I picked? Yes, the Mystic Gleam is making its way to me as we speak. I hope to do a haul, I think on Tuesday or Thursday, like sometime later this week. I'm going to show you what's new in for July. And I hope to be able to show you this palette. There's a new eyeshadow palette from Gloss Gods. This is the Never Ending Sun collection. Does this look beautiful? Yes, but this is very sort of warm toned. It's got these like blues at the bottom and then these like sort of sunsetty vibes. Really beautiful. Makes sense for the brand to have something like this in their makeup collection. But for me, I'm like, And I'm not sure what's wrong with this picture, but it looks very sort of polished. I can't even tell which is a shimmer and which is a matte, which is not good. A bit too altered. There's going to be a new Viseart palette in this one. I know I don't need it. I already own so many Viseart palettes. And this is so similar to the Violette Étendue I already own. But this is the Violette Lumière Étendue. And the gray tones with the purples, this doesn't seem that warm toned. Seems to have some really pretty sparkly shades. It was released on June 19th. I don't need this right now. This is going to go on the wish list, and I may want to get it when Viseart has some sort of deal on in like the Black Friday season or something. But this is my jam. This, we all know, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. And them doing some really good purples is what I really, really like. So here's a brand I hadn't heard of before. This is the Deadly Sins Cosmetics Gothic Palette. This is sort of grays. Of course, we all know I like a cool tone. This is like grayish browns with like some like sparkly shades at the top, some deeper things. I would not know how to get this. Like I would have to Google this brand to see where they're from and how I could buy them. Apparently they're from Australia, it says here. I don't know. Looks pretty, but this is very similar to my Raven's Castle palette that I already own from Makeup by Lisa. And I also have the new like redone version of the Grimoire palette by V Cosmetics that I'm going to be testing out for you in July. So as pretty as this is and how cool toned it is, I may want to get it, but I'm not entirely sure whether I should because I already have things that are very similar. You know what I mean? Morphe has these like swirly sort of blushes out. This is the Cloud Light Soft Glow Diffuse Blush. Looks pretty. Do I need it? No, mainly because the shades aren't really my cup of tea. So Pretty, yes. Need it, no. The shades are the same level of like blush shade we've seen from every brand under the sun recently. There's a new makeup balm by Clinique. Of course, we knew this was coming, right? Because the Danessa Myricks Yummy Balm is so popular that we knew other brands were going to do similar products. At least I think it's supposed to be like a similar product to the Danessa Myricks Yummy Balm. And then this is a 8 shades. That's a bit painful. Are we still releasing complexion products in 2026 with 8 shades over Clinique? Not sure I like that. Not sure I like that. New product from Nabla. They have a blush stick out, the Art of Skin blush stick, and these look interesting, especially because they sort of they seem to use it on a models as this like multi-purpose sort of like eye gloss type of thing as well. And while these shades aren't revolutionary, I do really like the look of these. Like there are a couple of really good mauve tones in here. I like Daydream and I like Pretty Mauve as well. Interesting. I would want to see these in real life if at all possible to get them, but this is the first time in years that I've really seen Nabla do something that made me go like, oh, like that. There's a new collection from Unearthly, the Opal Abyss collection. Not entirely sure. There seems to be a palette. Or maybe it's like singles that they put in a palette. I haven't seen this on Monolith yet. Would they get it on Monolith? They should, perhaps. Maybe they get it next drop for Monolith. Monolith is usually a little bit behind. But that looks stunning. If it's this underwater theme, we're getting a lot of underwater theme things again, right? The Mystic Gleam also has this underwater theme from Gloss Gods. But yeah, Unearthly, we all know, I do rate them pretty highly. They have a good formula. I just don't like everything they do. There's a new collection from Lethal. This is the Legend of Korra collection. Seems to have 2 palettes in, it seems here. I don't really know too much about this. It's launching on July 9th on lethalcosmetics.com. There's a new full coverage cushion from Romand. I'm not sure in how many shades this is going to come. Does it say here? It's a UFO cover cushion. Just says coming soon. It comes in 6 shades. No, 7. But nothing is very deep here. But yeah, Romand, I have tried one of their cushions before in the past that I did really enjoy. So I'm just not really a full coverage kind of girly though. So do I need this in my life? Probably not. Probably not. We have some new peach things from Too Faced. I did 2016 call and they want their peach collection back. I'm not sure anybody really wants this, especially not from Too Faced. And then this I just found, the MAC lipstick revamped reformulation game is continuing because they now have a new range of luster glass lipsticks. So that is something to know. And it says here something about Alone Time, which is one of the shades I own. Does it say here what it looks like? So Alone Time no longer seems to be as cool toned as it was in these pictures, which could be a shame. Could be a shame. And then this is a brand that I did spot when I was in Selfridges. This is Farah Hamidi. This is a very expensive brand and everything seems to be creams. And I'm like, am I going to be spending? This is $78. I believe in pounds it was something like 70 pounds for a blush or something crazy. It's the Essential Bronzer Compact. So these aren't even blushes. They're supposed to be bronzers. Pretty shades, yes, but I don't think any 3 of these is really suitable for my skin tone. So yes, these are beautiful, and I think that was already it. I thought I had a lot more to talk about with you guys, but there wasn't, like, it's summer, so I always feel that summer isn't, like, the most out there sort of, when it comes to makeup releases. It's always a slower time of year. I definitely think like July, August, it's usually like pretty calm and collected. And then for September, all of a sudden we get all the Halloween releases and we get that. So I'm really thinking it's like calm before the storm. And I did have to film this a little bit early because I plan on traveling to Paris this weekend if the trains are running. There was a fire in a tunnel near Rotterdam, so there's currently no trains going any further south than Rotterdam here in the Netherlands, and it's supposed to last until Saturday afternoon. But I was like, I can film this video already for you guys and then talk about it. If there's anything that pops up, because very often, over the like days leading up to my new makeup releases video, there's always new announcement. I always feel like Friday before I film that video, that's always when we get a lot of new announcements. It's like everybody's announcing everything at the same time. So if there's anything that I missed this time around, I'm just going to mention it in August. So don't worry about it. I'm still going to chat about it at some point, but you're going to have to wait until next month. So yeah, thanks so much for being here today. Thank you so very much for watching this new makeup releases. I will be back with a new video very, very soon. So if you'd like to take care, and then I hope to see you again really, really soon in the next one. Bye-bye.